In this video, we set up a DoseAid customer packing profile. Open Minfos Packing by clicking the packing icon on the Minfos Launchpad. The Profiles window displays, listing all customers with packing profiles. Click New Profile. Search for the customer by entering their surname and first name, or the customer number. Either double-click the patient or highlight and click Select Patient. The new packing profile for your patient is displayed. When a patient is created, they are created with an active status. This customer profile should display the care facility and ward number assigned to this customer in Customer Maintenance. The main window is divided into 3 sections: the patient details, including their address and a commentary entry field. This field can be used for any comments you wish to leave for this patient's packing profile. The allergy list. This information is carried across from any allergies which have been listed in Customer Maintenance for this patient. The Pack Details group. The DAA system should display DoseAid as the default. If your customer does not have DoseAid set as the default DAA system, please check that they have been allocated to the correct nursing home. Foil type. There are 4 options that can be selected. These are weekly, fortnightly, monthly, or date range. This option should default to the setup of the nursing home which the patient is attached to, but can be altered if needed. Cycle start date. This is the date the patient will first start taking their packed medication. Ensure that the day of the week is the day that the patient usually starts taking their new packs. Last run. This field will be updated when the first packing run is performed and display the date the last run was completed. Created date. This field displays the date that the profile was created. Next run. This date is calculated based on the last run date and the packing period for the patient. You can create a pack run outside this date if required. Select the Medication Grids tab. This window displays the patient's current and previous packed medications. These are separated into 3 sections, corresponding to packed, non-packed, and when required medications. To create more visibility, you can drag the border up or down between the packed and non-packed sections. Dose times will populate into the medication grid from the default times set in the nursing home editing window. To change the dose times in the medication grid, click on a dose time and type in a new value. Dose time entries are in 24-hour time and must use a separating colon. Invalid times are indicated by a surrounding red box. To add a drug to the patient's profile, click the Add Drug button. The drug can be added in 3 ways. To manually enter the drug, enter the name of the drug to search and select. Searching the patient's drug history. This allows you to view a list of drugs which have been dispensed to the customer. This list can be filtered by entering a date range, selecting deleted scripts, or outstanding repeats only. To add a drug via the medicine file, click Medicine File and search for the drug by brand name, active ingredient, or MNPN. Drugs which are packed by DoseAid will display the Packed by DoseAid green icon. Certain drugs, such as warfarin, have the ability to be packed separately. Selecting to pack these separately will allocate the drug to tray 3. If not selected to pack separately, these drugs will be packed into tray 1. This particular drug can be pharmacist to insert, indicated by the pink PTI icon, or packed by DoseAid. Any drugs with a pharmacist to insert icon only specifies drugs which are pharmacist to insert only medication and cannot be packed by DoseAid. Once the drug has been selected, enter in all relevant drug information. Enter a medication physical description if required. Select the relevant pack type, packed, non-packed, and when required. Select the route of administration if required. Select this checkbox if the drug is a short course medication and enter an end date when this medication will be complete. If the product is marked as pharmacist to insert and the pharmacy will pack this item, the checkbox needs to be selected. The pharmacy will be responsible for packing this item. If the drug is pharmacist to insert only and this checkbox is not selected, an exception will be created upon exporting of the packing file. Enter the dose directions in the directions field. Normal dispense shortcuts can be used. Select the frequency that the patient takes this medication. Once the frequency information is added, the dose settings and dose matrix will display, with dose times being auto-filled from the medication grid. Select the start date that the patient will commence the drug. If applicable, select an end date for the drug. An end date must be entered if a short course medication has been selected or the frequency for this drug is a varies dose. Click in a dosage field to add dosage amounts. To navigate through to a future date, use the skip buttons or click the calendar to select the date. Most frequency types are self-explanatory. Two frequency types which are different are varies and recurring varied dose. In varies, the dosage varies over a set period of time. Recurring varied dose is a dose that recurs at the same time on the same day each week. These two options do not display the dosage field above the time slots. To add a dose for these two options, select the date time cell by clicking on the field and entering the dose. We will return the frequency setting back to every day. Click the Save button and select Close to return to the medication grid.